Hey, I'm Raphael Locklear with SoutheasternGeneralContractors.com, and if you're watching this video, that means you're probably like me, you're a general contractor. We do commercial buildings, we do custom homes, and right behind me is our 24,000 square foot commercial building. I want to show you the systems and procedures we use to help make sure we're able to prove certain systems and procedures have been followed every step of the way. So if you are a builder, you're in construction, I know you know this struggle, right? How many times have you ever had a subcontractor, a vendor, or someone on your team that supposed to follow the process, but they didn't, and you trusted that they did do it, and then come to find out when there's a catastrophe or something that's going to cost you hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, even tens of thousands of dollars, you find out it wasn't done. You know, there's a saying, trust but verify, and a lot of times it's hard to do that when you're running a business and you're paying other folks and you're relying on other folks. One of the things I've done is in my team with the subs and the trades, we put everyone in what we call a messenger group. Everybody has Facebook Messenger, and so what we've learned to do is to get the trades into a messenger group, and then that way when we're on the job site, we can document, not just with photographs. We used to try photographs never worked. When we would try to show certain things to inspectors, they'll say, that could be any job site. You know, how do I know that this is this and that and that? So what we did is we just started using video, and it was hard to find a program that would allow us to prove the process was being done like it's supposed to be. We figured out Messenger, Facebook Messenger can be used this way. Let me show you what that looks like. And my goal is to give you guys a lot of value with this video. So now you see we're in one of our groups. This is the Missionary Builders group. What we do, each one of our subcontractors have their own group. Each one of our jobs have their own job. So this is the subcontractor, Missionary Builders, and this is the job group right here for this job, which is Job Premier Technologies. So when we get to the job site, we have a checklist. That's the first thing we always that we always have on a job site, is to have our own checklist, and that can be digital or it can be printed out. And while we're there and while we're doing the checklist, we're proving that we're doing the checklist. So if you'll go up, you'll see all these different videos that are showing and proving all the integral steps of the process has been done and has been done the correct way. I can't tell you how many times we've had to refer back to this, either wise with the owners or with building inspectors or the local municipalities or even with the subcontractors themselves, to make sure that we're all on the same page. And this shows anyone, this has kept us from having to go into litigation, because we are able to show the level extent that we go through on our jobs, and essentially nobody else really is doing this. They're not going to this extent, and it is a struggle. I will tell you, it is a struggle getting the subcontractors willing to do this. So you do have to, just like anything else, you have to sell them on the ideas, and it's in their best interest. And the way I do that is I ask them, how many times have you had an insurance claim? They'll say, interior trim carpenter. Yeah, I'm going through one right now where a nail hit a water line. And I'm like, exactly. So you want me to tell you how to solve that? And they're like, sure. And I'll tell them, say, well, if you put a pressure test on your water lines, and and you actually show that pressure test being done from the beginning, and you document that, and you document that pressure test being on there each and every day you're working, and then when you're finished, you show with the video that your work is completed, and you walk over there and you video document that pressure test holding. Guess what? Whenever that happens and the builder or whoever else calls you up and say, hey, I got an issue with I got wooden floors that's now damaged because there was a leak and we took out the sheetrock, and we think it's because it came from trim, possibly a trim nail. But okay, was the trim nail there? No. Here's my video showing that when we got finished with our work, that there was still pressure on that gauge. So it wasn't when we were there, but now you proved it. Now you're off the hook, and they go to someone. Who else can it be? I can't tell you how many times that has been the case. And then this was an actual scenario with the trim carpenter. He's like, man, I wish you would have told me that like 3 months ago, because I'm exactly getting a claim on my insurance right now for that very exact reason. So we have to find ways to convince our crews that it's in their best interest to use this. And then once they do, man, does our work become so much easier, because we're able to go on the job sites on the beginning of it and do our orientation. But then once we leave, our crews, just like you see here, are sending us these video updates. Check it out.
We have every one of these lines already painted. The footings, the interior lines for the interior footings, which is that 1 foot deep, and the columns all the way around it. We're coming for the interior.
So
first,
what you're seeing is the subcontractor showing us and proving that he's starting exactly where he said he was going to start, where we agreed, which was on the interior lug footings, and that they're going to be 12 inches thick. And he's documenting before he gets started, and then once he's done, he's going to document again and showing that it's actually 12 inches thick by using a measuring tape and sending us a video. Here's another instance: inspecting what you expect. You know, here is I'm letting it be known what I expect as far as with the footings and with the rebar. Check this one out. Hey Edgar, I'm getting ready to head out. I'll check on you a little bit later. Whenever we start digging the footings, one thing I want you to do, well, the other guys, when they're digging these footings, they won't take the time to get the bottom of the footing on grade. Right. They'll just dig it real fast, and then you'll have 16 inches, 22 inches. The tops will be level, but they're gonna be wasting a lot of concrete by not getting the bottom on grade. And so what's happening here is I'm letting him know that I want to make sure that he levels the bottom of the footings, and I'll be back to check on that. Essentially, what all this does is that it keeps everyone accountable. It also makes sure that if we have a set procedure that we're following it, we can prove that we followed it. And I can also tell you that if you ever have a issue where there's a misunderstanding, you can clearly go back and show to where you followed every process. This helps out from having to go to possibly a litigation or go to court. Can't tell you how many times it's kept us from having to go to court, because we document our video record our meetings in our office. We video record meetings on site. Whenever we're meeting with folks, walking the job site, we always do a summary video and we post it right there in a messenger group, which is free. All you have to do is to be willing to take the time to do it, and it will literally save your business from litigation. It will save you from having to go back and do rework, and it will also save you from having to go back and get in a feud with one of your trade partners because certain things wasn't done, but now the work has already been completed, but it wasn't proven that it was done in the right order or in the right process. This is what we call internally our prove it with video process, and you use Messenger to do it. Messenger's free. All you got to do is to be able to kind of alter the way you do things, and it will literally save your business tons of time, tons of rework, and tons of money, and help everyone become the best that they can be and master their trades. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Southeastern General Contractors. Go to our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, and share this with other contractors. I'm sure they'll find a lot of value in it, because it's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and help you become one of the best that does it in your market. I'm Ralph with Southeastern General Contractors. Take care. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks.